Now that is basketball. That's what I like to see because, as you guys have probably figured out by now, I'm not the biggest basketball fan, not anymore. I was when I was younger. I watched every Sonic game. I watched, other games all the time. I was big into that sort of stuff, but I, as you guys probably figured out, I don't follow the NBA too closely. I watch come playoff time. I pay a little bit of attention during the season because it is a fun sport. It's the only major sport, I myself was able to play particularly well at one point. I never did anything serious. I never played like high school or anything like that, but I was able to play for fun and play pretty well. That and golf are really my only sports, and I'll probably get some comments for that, but fire away. So I just want to watch and be entertained. I don't want to overanalyze everything. I don't want to have to think too hard about what's going on. I just want to sit back and be entertained, and that's pretty much what's going on right now. What else can you say? This Lakers team is just fun to watch. And, I don't like the Lakers. I'm kind of compelled to not like the Lakers because I'm a Sonics fan, and there's a whole rivalry there, but this team is fun to watch. You got, I've already broken down what they have a couple times, but just very entertaining, and, it's just very exciting, and next year they're going to get Andrew Bynum back, and that just makes it all the more terrifying. You're going to have, a front set with Odom, Gasol, and Bynum, three guys of considerable size, and two of them can actually shoot from distance, which really just impresses me. At the guard spot, you got Fisher and Kobe, and what else needs to be said after that? Then you got depth with Redmonovich, you got Luke Walton. We saw some of the guys that we may have not heard of before come off the bench in today's game and play pretty well. I can't remember some of their names because, again, I don't follow basketball that closely. But this is going to be a really fun team to watch if they can hold together. I think Odom's contract is expiring soon. I hope they re-sign him just because I want to see this team stick together and just continue to be so entertaining to watch. So, big win by them tonight. I haven't even said that yet because I just love watching this team so much. They've really started to re-spark my interest in basketball, and I'm definitely going to be paying really close attention to them for the rest of the playoffs. They're up 2-0 now. I can't see them blowing this kind of a lead. I think San Antonio is probably going to win the next game, maybe the next two. I just don't see LA blowing this lead, though, but weirder things have happened. But, the Spurs, they're starting to get a little older. You can tell it by the way they're playing and how they're reacting to stuff. Tim Duncan's got the ankles and knees thing going on. They're just starting to get a little older, and, their time, it's just starting to pass. You can kind of tell. I don't mean to discredit them because they're obviously a fantastic team, but, just watching them, you get the feeling that they're a bunch of old guys that, they're not all necessarily old, but their time just isn't there. And these Lakers, they've got a lot of young guys, except for Derek Fisher. You just get this better vibe of hunger from them. And so, really, when I look at, I'm sorry, excuse me, I lost my train of thought there because I'm actually watching some ESPN stuff. But, I look at the NBA the way it is right now, and next year I think it's going to kick off a Lakers versus Hornets rivalry, competing for possibly the next 2, 3, 4 NBA championships. Basically in general. And it's going to be a lot of fun because on the Hornets you got David West and Chris Paul and Tyson Chandler and Peja Stojakovic, and they're probably going to get new players and get even better because they'll need to if they want to compete with the Lakers because Chris Paul is not Kobe Bryant yet, David West is not Paul Gasol yet, and I seriously doubt Chandler's going to be Andrew Bynum when Bynum gets back if he manages to fully recover. But it's going to be a very fun rivalry because you got some really exciting teams that are just entertaining to watch. And if things go the way like I foresee, if Odom resigns with the Lakers and they stick together, I think they could very well win the next 2, 3, 4 championships because they're good, they're young, and unless and if it wasn't for the whole Kobe Shaq feud, who knows what the Lakers of the earlier part of the century would have done. So I just can't wait to see how things come out, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Lakers win 101-71, blowout route. It wasn't too entertaining to watch after the first couple of quarters, but hey, this team's just fun to watch. And that's enough about me. I know I sound like a Lakers fan. I'm really not, but I just like to watch this team play. I want them to be good and win championships, re-sign Odom, and just continue to play well because it's just fun to watch right now. And my Sonics probably not going to be here much longer, and they're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon, so I might as well be entertained, right? I'm not giving up on the Sonics. Don't call me a bandwagoner or nothing. I still support them, still want them to do well. But if they leave the town, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to wait for... Hopefully we'll pick up an expansion team sometime because I'm not going over to the Trailblazers. So anyway, that's that. And Pistons won yesterday. Yep, and happy it happened. Now we know the Celtics got to win on the road. ESPN has said it about 100 times today. I've been watching. They got to win on the road now. They got to win on the road now. And it's true. They haven't done it once this postseason. So I don't think they can do it. Not against this Pistons team that, has a good, healthy amount of respect for their home field advantage. But even more than that, even if they do win a game at the Palace in Detroit, I just see Detroit being able to win another game in Boston because, Detroit's a very good team on the road. They take a lot of pride in their ability to win on the road. So if they have to, I think they'll go into Boston and win another game if that's what they need to do. And I would even predict it if the need for it so came up. So things are looking good for my predictions. Lakers look strong. Looks like they got this series, but stranger things have happened. I don't want to count out the Spurs of all teams. And Detroit has Boston right where they want them. All they got to do, win the next 2 games at home, and things are going to look pretty smooth from here on out. So, went on a long time about the Lakers, but this team is starting to revitalize my interest in basketball. Like a couple years ago, when the Suns were in that so-called 7 seconds or less era, that kind of started to get me back into basketball because I was kind of out of it at that time because that was a fun team. But I wasn't able to get totally back into it. But this team, with, again, all these superstars and quality depth, might just get me back into basketball if they can hold together and continue to dominate over the next few years. So that's all I got to say about basketball. Tomorrow we got Pistons Celtics. I think we'll know a lot more about this series after tomorrow. So can't wait. I will see you guys later.